Now, the first thing, guys, I want to break down here in my notes is basically side hustle versus fixed income. Now, I'm seeing this trend where you have a lot of people where they have a side hustle and they get it confused, for example, with fixed income. You know what I mean? So basically, a lot of people are choosing just to do side hustle instead of doing basically getting a full-time job while they do the side hustle. A lot of the times, the side hustle can basically be done while you actually have a main job. And whenever you're looking for a side hustle, you want to look for these three things right here. The first thing is, the side hustle that you pick, number one, you have to actually like it. A lot of us entrepreneurs and everyone out there usually, our main job is usually going to be maybe the job we don't really like that much, but it's going to pay the bills and everything else. So we kind of got to do it. So when it comes to picking a side hustle, just make sure there's an aspect that you actually like about it, right? Very, very important. Now, here's why this right here is so important. Why do you have to like the side hustle that you actually pick, right? It's just money. Who cares? Give me the money. Give me the money. The reason is because basically, usually, if you notice, for example, the big companies out there, like the Microsofts, like the Apple, what are the big company out there? You know, like and also Amazon. A lot of times they start off, for example, in a garage as passion projects. And initially, a lot of them don't make any money whatsoever, which basically means, okay, if you're going to be doing something that's not going to make you any money at all, plus you hate it and you don't like it, and you just do it for money, most likely you're going to quit. That's why it's so important that you actually like the side hustle that you actually pick to go into. Because if you don't like it, you won't withstand the time that it takes to actually see some income and see some results. Now, the second thing is, the side hustle that you actually pick, you actually have to be good at it. If you're not good at it, for example, you will be mediocre. And that's why you see so many people, for example, they want to get into something, they know nothing about it, they might be very bad at it, but they're just trying to dive head deep into it. And that's not really the right approach. You got to be good at whatever you choose to do, and it has to complement your skills already. Meaning, hey, if I'm good at sales, then I want to get into something that will basically execute that skill of sales. So I practice and I basically strengthen that sales skill that I actually have. So you gotta be good at it. An example is, for example, I love singing. You know, you guys don't know this, but I love singing. But I would never go out there and actually try to make it a hustle because I won't get paid for it because basically I'm not good at it whatsoever. So again, you gotta be good at it. Just liking it is enough, but being good at it is also very important. And obviously, you might not be good in the beginning, but the only way to figure out if you're actually good at it is to actually go out there and give it a try. The third thing is, a side hustle has to make you money, right? So what does this mean? It means that if it doesn't make you any money, well, it's not a side hustle, it's more like a side hobby. Hobby and hustle are very different because one makes you money, the other one doesn't. Hobby doesn't, side hustle does, okay? So it has to make you money in some way. So whenever you're trying to develop this mystery idea, whether it's, hey, I want to build this whole business or this whole idea over here or this over here, you have to have a plan to actually make income. Although it won't make you any income, sometimes initially, you have to have, for example, the plan to make you income. If you're making an idea, making a side hustle, and you see no way at all to make money, again, that's just a hobby. And when you're broke, usually, you can't afford to just go ahead and say, hey, I'm gonna do this hobby and whatever. Usually, it doesn't work. Bum, 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 ba-da, 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 ba-da. You've got to stop.